What's up, guys and gals? We have overshot our goal of 5 episodes. We are on episode number 6, I think. No, we're on episode number 5. Never mind. This is the episode where I was saying everything would end. And actually, I think we're pretty much... I've never made it much further than this. This game is very, very difficult as you get further in. We are going to be making use of turrets more and more as the game escalates in difficulty. Let's go ahead and end the day. We'll try and figure out what we want to do here. Still no trader. Not a single trader in 16 days. That's brutal. We might be boned. I mean, we haven't been able to buy... The reason you want trader is because you can buy new guns. And that's the big part, is that I feel like we're using a lot of just like... We have an MP5, but I would like to get people upgraded to better guns. We're going to do with the same gamble... Or, I'm sorry, the same gamble that we did before in attempting to get another survivor out. If they get killed because of their own stupidity, I'm not going to evacuate my defensive position. They do wander randomly as you play. So there is always kind of that distinct possibility in the later game that you're probably going to lose a survivor, and that's just the way she goes. Get off the loot spot. There we go. And he's going to be needing some backup. Wait for the reload to get done, and we'll check the back of this car. Not going to let the next wave come in. There's no turrets that we can make use of. We could have multiple people loot the cars. If you wanted to do that, multiple people can loot the cars simultaneously. Just little things to think about as you play through. Without turrets and without support, this might be it. Like, I don't want to be overtly negative here, but it's definitely possible. We got a bad map right now. We got a real bad case of bad map. And as I grow silent, don't worry, I'm just checking. I'm just checking zombies out to make sure that, you know what? Things aren't as bad as they could be. Have him heal himself up. Come down here and then we'll deal with the big guy. Throw a heal on myself. Since we can't use a turret on this round anyways, it sort of stands to reason that we could spend the money that we were going to spend anyways doing fun stuff like using medkits on ourselves. In the zombie apocalypse, there's not a lot of fun stuff to do. Don't judge. Using medkits is about as fun as it gets. Okay, and so we're on to the next map, but nobody is reloaded. And it looks like we've got a new character. This is one that I've never seen before. We have a couple locations with turrets here. I'm going to go ahead and dig in. And now we just kind of have to hope that he makes it back behind our lines. If he doth not, then he doth die. Oh, those turrets might be completely worthless. Hold on, let's step back by one. There we go. So now we're in the kill zone. That'll work better. And so now it becomes important to get out here and scavenge while we can and not become panicked by the fact that, you know what, sir? That backwards hat will not save you from the zombie apocalypse. I would strongly suggest you get back behind the line. Ooh, forgot to reload people. And that is why we have turrets. Hey, how about run away? There we go. God, the survivors are stupid. Like, that really needs to be worked on. It's almost impossible to rescue them. They are so incredibly dumb. But it's just, sometimes you wonder. Sometimes, why would you just stand there and wave your arms in the air when there's like a perfectly good barricade right here? Just things to think about, ponderances. Is that the last round? I didn't look because I was watching him die horribly. Can't hurt. Yep, it was. Well, at least I got one of them. After fighting your way, you finally reached it. Can you want to search? Sure, why not? You find 2 supplies, so that's the first time we've actually lucked out on one of those events, I think. We found a Glock, which isn't really going to be very useful. Kind of past the point where Glocks have their usefulness. I think over here, with regards to his available attribute points, I'm going to give him a bit more health. just so that he can sink damage a bit better. And so our little team is just having trouble expanding, unfortunately. We're just having a lot of difficulty. We're much, well, we aren't like the universe. I mean, the universe expanding super easily, doesn't even try, just does it all on its own. Magic, magic, magic. But anyways, I think a gun store might be a good hit because it's got a cash bonus and we might get some better guns from there, even though we haven't been able to do any research. I mean, all these are a good call. We do want to get ourselves to an edge of the map so we can start clearing it out and figuring out where our next travel zone is. Anything with a cash bonus I think is going to benefit us. How much food do we have? We have 9 food. Let's take a day off and just do research. Everybody's tired, so we actually have 6. Okay. Well, let's take a day off and do the research. I mean, it can't kill us. And we managed to make it to 100%. So we found our instruction manual. Wait, what happened here? Why does it say 82%? It should be done. Is that a bug? No! Oh, okay, so they increased the... It takes 150 to get it done. Never mind, I'm wrong. As always, I'm wrong. I just didn't see the new 5 added to the end of the 100. So instead of taking this day to do research, today we're going to hit the police station. I don't know if we're going to get anything useful. The amount of equitable time that we have to loot a location to get all up in there and just get our hands dirty in all of its goodie bits is rapidly diminishing. I mean, we just don't have time to do it anymore. Ooh, this map's nasty too. So without turrets, I'm thinking this is going to be it. He is more than likely going to be the guy that has to fold right there. Could be worse. I need to give him more speed. And I didn't click Vic. Stop that. Didn't click you, man. Didn't click you. You are unwanted right now. You should feel terrible about yourself. Alright, so that didn't fold right there. We should be alright. We'll just start the next round off quickly, because for once we have a map with no turrets, and so, well, not for once, for twice, or for 3. And we'll kind of displace slightly. And so, I'm going to try and make as much money as I can before we end up in a spot where, oh my god, we got a bunch of the big guys here. Alright, well hopefully the little guys outrun them. And the trick seems to be keeping the AI from, like, picking anybody, basically. So the AI seems to have trouble swapping targets once it has one. And so if you can keep your guys just kind of wiggling along merrily, you should be alright. Police station appearing to be a giant bust. I don't see any points that... So it looks like we are going to have to buckle in, and unfortunately, create ourselves a defensive zone. Scoot them back slightly, and also give myself a little bit of space so that if I have to step back, we can do it as necessary. I'm gonna let him go, because sometimes you just have to. When you really love something, Fat Zombie, you've just got to let it go. And I really do love Fat Zombie. Fat Zombie is a friend of mine. He and I go way back. But when you love him, you gotta let him go. Oh no! So as you can tell, the clicking can be a little bit weird here. And we are actually about to lose the mission, and Hobo's dead. Oh my god, we all died. And so as I said, pretty much the way things tend to go. I've never made it past like day 20 or so before things just get too rowdy. This game is called Infectonator Survivors, and as I called it, there's your outro. There's no one left alive. Yep, we got owned. Our score of 10,000 stands, although I don't know if that's good or bad or not, and all the stuff that we collected during the course of our game. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here for Infectonator Survivors by Toge Studios. This is a really cool game. I'm looking forward to seeing how it develops over time. As of right now, not a whole lot to do. What you saw right there is basically the way every game is going to play out. And so if we had gotten, I think, 3 or 4 merchants, we would have been in a lot better position. I mean, if we gotten 1 merchant, we would have been in a better position, because the merchant sells you all kinds of guns and stuff. Just general things went wrong. That was a bad playthrough. I mean, as far as RNG goes, we pretty much got hit with every terrible thing that could occur. I think we got a lot of survivors, but just not a lot of support right there. And that's the way she goes sometimes. Thank you for joining me. This game is by Toge Studios. If you wanted to buy the game, you could look down below for all the information. Take care out there, everybody, and I do.